So there's a lot of combinations that just are not going to work. I don't know what where the Nick rounds of hits are.
The thing about the Bane is, if you pick a better team fight, just go with 5. That hero is so useless. I mean, with Omni-Knight, they can 5-man, but still.
That's
like, you can't really cast an ulti with when they're 5-manning, right? Can't really sleep anyone. You can just use it defensively.
It's a classic Vega Squadron hero. Omni-Knight. Omni-Knight versus the Slardar versus the team fight. Shadow Demon does offer you a purge, right? So that is something that is slightly concerning.
Yeah, well, you can only purge the Guardian Angel, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like Omni-Knight is just far and away. No, maybe not far and away, but I do feel like he's the best offlaner right now. Something about the combination of survivability combined with the fact that he offers you so much team fight. Team fight is still everything in this patch that has not changed from 7.0 to 7.07.
What about this guy?
Oh, Brewmaster, the AoE. The AoE Purifier, whatever it's called.
Well, he got nerfed in the latest patch. The armor on Earth Panda, was it -2, -3? That's actually a lot.
Yeah, especially...
You always had a problem just focusing the Earth Panda.
Because the other pandas die so quickly. You're just left with this Earth Panda.
Did you play against the Brew that gets Aghanim Scepter and with the Talent Tree? With, what, 15 seconds downtime?
Yeah,
it's pretty impossible to fight.
Yeah, it's so tough. Brewmaster, I do feel like he was probably one of the underpicked heroes of 7.0. I felt like towards the end of the patch, I was like, dude, this guy's so strong.
Yeah.
People need to be picking it more.
People were figuring it out, though. It was starting to rise through. It was top 3 at one of the last 3 events. So
now he's got to face a Clockwork, though. That's no fun. Jesus, look at this team fight combination that's coming out. Brewmaster and now Luna, too.
This is pretty heavy from Vici.
I mean, you have one big ulti, actually. It's a Brewmaster. Luna does not really rely on her ultimate to deal the damage, especially in the late game. Shadow Demon, Luna combo. Pretty popular a few patches ago. Also, Clockwork. Really pain in the ass to play. When you're a Brewmaster, you can't really split if you're caught in cogs, and Slaughter as well.
I think if you're Vega Squadron, you just want to pick a very fast lineup. Low cooldown, very mid-game focused, pressure the Luna as much as possible. I mean, so far, I don't really have too much of a problem with Vega Squadron's lineup. Picking Luna, because Luna is super dependent on not having heroes in her face, and you still have the mid and safe lane cores available. So you could just as easily pick up some pretty aggressive heroes, and they would work off of Omni-Knight really well, like PA, for example. What do you do if a repelled PA jumps on you as Luna? You know? Ooh, Storm Spirit. Storm Omni.
They need something to control the Storm Spirit and Omni-Knight in fights. Something maybe with a silence. Is Puck available? Yeah.
I saw LFY using the Omni Storm earlier. Very effectively.
Or if they want to go for all in, they can just go for a DP, which the hero they love to play. Which offers them silence for both Omni and Storm Spirit. If they're just 5 men up, I don't see Vega Squadron actually taking a fight.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this Storm Spirit, to be honest. Because I do feel like it puts them in a situation where they are going to have to... Yeah, they would have had... I think Gyrocopter was a great ban here, because it has to be a hero that makes up for the fact that Storm Spirit isn't going to win you 20-minute fights.
Well, Gyro, AoE against the Pandas, against the Shadow Demon Illusions, especially when he's repelled. They don't have too much to clear the illusions. They need to think of a hero. Something for a safe lane. Name a hero cap.
Let's play lottery hero time.
Lifestealer with Mjolnir.
In Festbomb.
Oh, the puck's gone.
Get on top of a Luna.
That was a good call for pick 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that makes things a little tougher.
They need either a Mjolnir carrier or some big.
So we're done. We're done. Okay, so game 2 coming up in just a moment, everyone. Thanks for watching.
If he goes Mask Madness, is GG then. Remember that was a raid? What, a week? So every pub was Bane Mask of Madness. Those were dark times. Now we have Anti-Mage, aren't we lucky?
Oh no, come on, man. He got nerfed, right? Now the blink is done. I heard Black was complaining about it all morning. No longer able to blink to farm properly. Now you got a 4-point up in blink for it, and you got to take the level 20 talent for -2 seconds on blink.
God forbid you have to make decisions in Dota.
I know.
Can't just blink everywhere and choose every camp to farm. It's a good thing.
I'm sorry. Anti-Mage issues are real now. It's not a straightforward hero. It's actually got the easy one. SD for VG.
Dude, SD is good.
He is. Like, we're bringing back the old school combination of the SD and the Luna for the easy illusion push, but now, but then again, like, what copy out of Vega that you would even think is going to be useful for you by the time we reach the point of...
You can just use it defensively. It's really good for us in our lineup. Defensive against a Storm Bomb. You can use it whenever Lifesteal uses a combo. Whoever gets jumped on by clocks. Pretty much good all around.
What do you think about the new changes to the Luna?
I'm looking at Zayak's face right now. He's so happy.
That is one hell of a grip. How is that not an emote?
Because he's very new.
I kind of want to go back to his face, because that was pretty good. The old picture of God. Been around since the dawn of time. Or at least a long time. Really, aloha. He's learned to count to 2. Afterlife seems good.
Which team do you like more, Toby?
And this one? I'd like Vega just for the fact, like, if they win this game, yeah, you go, Lanham.
Wow, he looks like he's aged like 5 years since I last saw him.
Lanham?
Yeah, he has kids. I guess it does that to you. I'm not speaking from experience.
So is there something you'd like to share with the entire Dota community here, Ben?
Yes, I have no kids.
Okay. That
But-
wasn't what I was looking to have you share.
You asked, and you received.
Coming up soon. Little Maloonies.
Oh man, how many would I need?
You'd need another 4 that we could form a full team.
Is that the next evolution in Dota?
Yeah, well, you know how
Breeding?
Loda wants to have a team which is all Swedish. You need to now have a team which is all the same surname.
It's definitely doable. My surname is very common, so I could probably make the best of all the people just based on population alone.
You have to have different iterations of your children though, like with their first names, where it would look like a progression. So you know who's going to be the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth position, and they play the same positions at the same order they come out of the womb.
So would one be the eldest or the youngest?
I don't know. Like, one would have to be the oldest, because obviously the wisest plays the first position, right?
Or it could be the captain, which is the 5.
True. Then you go the opposite direction.
You'd be no good at this. You are not manager of my future hypothetical kid team.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Interviews are done. It's over.
This is the reason why people get training in esports now before they become consultants.
Who are you slamming?
Everybody. Actually, I don't think Paul would have got back to his back to the TV in time to hear that one. So.
He hears you.
Yes. Is he like God?
No.
Just hears everything?
No, he has a hearing aid, so he can turn it up all the way, and then he can just hear across 5 rooms.
He's not that old. He's not that old.
You don't have to be old to have a hearing aid. I have a deaf friend. He has a hearing aid.
That's my hearing shot to pieces.
Maybe you need a hearing aid.
Most
dude.
people don't know. I have the volume for your voice at 50% higher than what you have it right now, just so I can hear properly.
Well, you also scream.
I do.
I have soft tone.
I've actually hurt my own ears with talking, and to actually not hurt anybody else's ears, we're going to go to a break after we find out again what went boom. We'll come back with working computers and working everything. going up against Vega. I'm Toby1 here with Merlini as we go through the Pun World Masters.
Oh, what?
Don't worry, let's move on. Keep up, bro.
Help me out here, Lacoste.
I gotta keep you on your toes, Ben.
Can you translate Toby to English?
That doesn't work. there is no successful translation. It's like putting it into Google and it's like, wait, cannot identify language.
Man, this early game's a lot easier to follow now that there's no TPs.
Just because they added that extra 10 seconds?
No. Well, now you can't even TP like immediately after the game starts. But where there was so much stuff, it's like, okay, smoke, pull tangos, buy observer rewards, buy sentry rewards. Okay, you TP here, I'll TP here. Let's smoke. Let's ping them out. Let's check their items. There's like so much now.
Your stress level is going high when you talk like that, Merlini. Like,
there's a lot of stuff to catch. Now there's like, you know, they might get 2 runs. Maybe they'll get 3.
Well, you know why they did this? Is so we could run an extra Mercedes-Benz ad, like once the game is started between draft as well as like lane time. That's the reason why, really.
Oh, maybe it's just more time to give us some pre-game chat. There's a lot of stuff to discuss right before the creeps.
Yeah, and we've taken none of that time to do such a thing.
I blame PC Boom.
Yeah, thanks PC Boom. Well, we're into the laning phase. We've got this dual lane mid. I thought this patch was meant to stop this.
There's no stopping.
You can't stop the melee and melee trying to create space.
It's definitely less prevalent than before.
Yeah, we don't have tri-lane versus tri-lane at least. Right, we descended a long way when we hit that point. But it's all about God and Ori getting as much space as they possibly can. Makes life a little bit more interesting when they battle it out. Leaves the dual lane the bot as well, so VG Gaming are going to be running a dual off lane as well against that safe lane of Vega. So it's Lifestealer and Bane together, a difficult lane to kill. Fenrir trying to be as much of a nuisance as possible, lining up with the Luna.
Yeah, they need this Luna to farm, so they've actually swapped her down bottom. I mean, Luna not going to do great versus the Omni Knight. Omni Knight is actually extremely good in the majority of one-on-ones. You have so much chase potential, and if you ever get in danger, you can just repel TP out or just heal and run away. It's usually good enough.
Oh, but they got a lot of nice kill potential when it comes to VG Gaming's tri-lane too. Like rotating the Slardar down at the right time when space can be created to work nicely with the SD. In fact, they're actually trying to catch out the Bane at the moment, but they cannot reach him thanks to the fact that that Nightmare caused a couple of problems. Lineup needs the extra movement speed, and maybe then they dive under the tower, but Omni Knight has already done his rotation as well, so they are trying to make it very difficult for anybody to get space up on that top lane for VG Gaming. And so far, it's been pretty successful.
Brew has the most CS of the side lanes. Actually,
He
not
does.
Luna. So they're doing pretty well. One of the good parts about Bane, he has 310. That's one of his... And he has amazing stats.
It's like you're trying to convince them to pick a Bane. Or convince yourself that Bane is not a bad pick.
Well, he's like ranged Spirit Breaker in terms of his tankiness. Which is good. You want to be able to one-on-one any support in the early game.
Sure.
You weren't convinced.
Convince me harder, Ben.
He can zone any offlaner.
Okay, I'm
One-on-one
convinced.
situation.
I'm convinced. Middle lane, they're rotating around for a bit of a gank with the clock. He can't get there in time.
Oh, bottom lane.
Oh, they're actually having a crack at him. Yeah, you're right. Going after Afterlife, body blocking from Lanham with the Lucid Beam. Damn, that's a lot of control. But Afterlife, he's got the reach. Whoa, hang on. He stopped moving for a second, making it so Lanham can get in front of Afterlife.
I don't know. Zayax has Nightmare queued. I don't know which one's going to go off first.
He's actually starting it. Is he going on Lanham, however, or is he doing it on Afterlife to create space?
Lanham, for sure. If you sleep Afterlife, he's dead anyways. Okay.
Is he?
What, this is the support player that you have to play with in your puffs.
Yep.
Just
Hi.
sleep and save him.
Hi, I'm exactly that person. I worship before. Just shut up and watch me perform. Oh, man. All right, so Afterlife gets back into the game, realizes his woe, and they'll work out if they can get out of this position. But this is that aggressive attack which VG's just so good at. They've got no one charges. They've got no purification.
If he gets a sleep off, I think he should. Yeah, he should be
You got 2 seconds to loosen beam on Paparazzi, so yeah, that will take time, at least.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. He's dead regardless.
And Slava's mid-crush. Like he's actually hit the button to crush right now.
The question is, does he actually get the illusion of the hero afterwards? That's the real question here.
Catcher with its fraction of a second left.
I know. You want that Degen aura. Maybe if they get the Degen, they can maybe even chase more. Maybe.
Go. Go, 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 go. Let's see what happens. Afterlife, do you live? Moves down. Nightmare. Lanham. Crush kill. Loosen beam. They had the vision thanks to the fact that Lanham can just get around the corner of the tree line.
No Omni Knight spawn.
It's fine. He's back up so quickly anyway, doesn't he?
He's a threat, dude.
Another quick moment as Afterlife just tries to work out any kind of issue he's got. Sad days are ahead. Young Eleven's completely out of mana up on this top lane with the last clap. While Lifestealer, when his Tick Charge is triggered, he can at least open wounds to slow down this Brewmaster. It's the rotation of the Clockwork coming in from the side. Dire have a fantastic Observer Ward just off to the side of the lane, so Vici Gaming can see that rotation moving towards the top.
Tough times.
Yeah, I think VG Gaming are very happy not to fight in that bottom lane for the moment. Like, you got some mana from Fenrir, but Luna's completely out, so there's no more Lucent Beam from her. Do you actually change your build you have on the Luna? Like, is there a way you can make her a better caster as opposed to a better physical damager? And do you go down that road now with the new changes to her talent tree?
We've been seeing more and more Ags, but I think that's about the extent of it. I have seen some people clown around with like Aether Lens builds, but it's pretty terrible. If that answers your question.
That was sort of what I was going for. Like, do you find that early thing which gives the buff up to the Lucent Beam damage, and now the cast range you also get with it? The plus 200 cast range on a Luna?
Potentially you could do like a Veil build. I could actually kind of see that working out.
Okay.
Potentially.
But then you could also just get Veil from somebody else in your team, right?
Yeah, you could. But they're going to farm away faster than other heroes.
Yeah.
It might not be that awful. I think it's pretty terrible in their lineup, but with a right lineup, it could be okay. Still less situational than Meteor Hammer.
You convinced me, Ben. You convinced me. Okay, you really did.
I've never seen anyone try it, so that's the thing. Like it might work.
Uh-huh. So we just watch a team try it, absolutely fails, and then it never gets revisited.
Okay, so you have what, 200 cast range, you have 3-second Lucent Beam, and it does 400 damage per nuke. That's a lot. That adds up. Then Veil will actually do 400 damage. Down.
The only downside about it in this game, at least, is you're up against both Repel and Rage.
Yeah.
So that's not what's going to work for you.
I mean, the stun duration 0.8, that's actually a fair amount for a 3-second cooldown ability. Maybe. Not in this game, but it's not like you would ever pick her for that. Oh, we really need some Lucent Beam, some 0.8 second stuns out of our position 1. Let's pick Luna.
Well, isn't she the 3 position? Isn't the Brewmaster the 1 position in this game now? You just changed the way it runs? That's obviously not the case, but 3 position Luna's coming in very, very soon. Off laners, dual lanes with SD.
Yeah, then they just BKB and run at you, though. That sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
Luna's supposed to be good against BKB.
Only if you got the heavy physical damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go to another quick break as, well, things... Okay, not a quick break. We're going to go to a very long, extended break.
A boom
where
size
you're
the
going to
break.
listen to some doof music because that is what we do here. So enjoy the beats. DJ Lyrical coming to you. And welcome back. VG, Vega, take 3 of game 1. They're going to disrupt up, though. This isn't the first time we've seen this gank happening on bottom lane, but this time it's not going to be the Omni Knight dying, it's going to be the Bane dying. Not a single kill missed here. And that is the quality production and coverage that we're doing here. Hi, Ben. Welcome back.
Wow, even you couldn't say quality production with a straight face.
I never have a straight face. I always have that weird-ass grin on my face. Ari trying to back up. They're going to Nightmare to do nothing in the mid. I think they want a Nightmare so they can cog trap him.
Sick combo.
Hey, well, if you had Mirana, it would be easier. But no Mirana. Instead, Clockwork.
Where are...
Okay. Disruption catcher. This is rinse and repeat right now from Vega. They're going to get their minds back into this game. A quick Nightmare onto the SD. Crypt Swarm will not reach.
Ooh, that's
and a salve from the Bane will allow him to escape what looked to be a very dire situation for a Radiant hero.
He has 5 armor and 310 base move speed, Toby. How you going to talk shit about Bane?
I know be Lacoste.
How you going to talk shit about Bane?
By being Lacoste. Or capitalist.
I don't know if Cap agrees with that.
Do you not agree on the Bane crapping?
I don't think he's great. I don't think he's terrible.
He likes the SD. Ari again, this time Clockwork starts the battery assault. Slayer has the movement speed. He cog traps him in. God can't really reach him with the spirit side, but Ari very difficult to kill. Lanham wants to help out. Now he can do it with the crush. Ari will Crypt Swarm down Slayer. And Vega, oh, they've lost both of their safe lane heroes. Maybe they can get something back here from Aloha. Young 11 cannot complete his TP out.
Didn't get that miss. If he had poor man's shield, he would have survived, but good
Doesn't
game.
exist anymore.
That's the life.
That's why you can't have nice things. Iron Talon and PMS just have to be removed from the game. Lanham finding himself a Bane friend once more.
The supports are moving around a lot better. Like Zaya's kind of running around, not exactly sure where to go. Clockwork. I thought he was going to try and get a kill on top much earlier.
Wanted going again. Disruption catcher. Crush him up and slap him down. Quick brain sap. Sucks on one of the illusions. Then burns his shrine. 6.5 minutes in. Support using shrine. Oh, you know it's a bad moment. 4-1 now on the board. The Bane will have his second death of the game.
They could just work together. Like these two supports, the Clock and the Bane, we haven't really seen them all together too much.
Oh god.
You get a nice free stack.
Young 11, that was an interesting clap. A little bit too far away from everything, so ball lightning forward. Young 11 doesn't have any friends to really help him out here. Another ball lightning forward. And God will be able to find that kill.
That was super awkward.
Yeah. I'm not exactly certain what he was trying. Like, I know he was there for the stack. Trying to contest the stack the Storm Spirit was taking.
Yeah, that death set him back so much. If he hadn't died there, he would have been already back in lane. He would have been 6, and then he would have been able to actually do something there. But
oh, going again. This time they're going to go for the Eclipse with elusive beam. He couldn't get the repel up soon enough, but yeah, I suppose it's in late enough. He'll go back to the tier 1 tower into safety, but heavy amounts of damage taken by Paparazzi. By Afterlife from Paparazzi.
That's pretty big though. No, don't have to worry about Eclipse for a few minutes. Pretty good.
I'm surprised they committed towards that. The Lucent Beam stun time wasn't ever really going to be long enough.
It looked like the Soul Catcher would have been enough, but he's not level 7. Maybe level 7. No, level 7 would have done.
Oh, there's more support coming in. And, well, Bane. He'll get repelled up. Another Lucent Beam. Afterlife forced back underneath the tower. He is level 6. Paparazzi, you're in real deep, man. And they go for the Guardian Angel, so protection is there. A nice Slithering Crush creates a little bit more space, but there's so many friends arriving from Vega. Ori trapped in the corner. His exorcism is doing work, but not enough to kill off God. Will help Lifestealer claim his first kill of the game. Or second, I should say.
This is
lane
good.
rotation from Vega.
They need the Lifestealer to get involved. He's already had a pretty good time. They killed the Brew Master twice up top, so he doesn't really need to be there anymore. And 5 heroes down the bottom lane. Yeah, that was definitely worth it for them. And first Exorcism blown. They just, wanted one support kill, get a lot of damage on the tower with their 2 great tower pushing cores, and instead they get nothing. And their game's going to be slowed down a lot after that.
Slayer trying to beat that aggressor against Lanham once more. Crush will cooldown right now. He'll let it off, and Lanham, too much damage from the tower. So maybe not too much. Stays alive, Sal's back up again, and allows the Death Prophet to find the kill on the Clockwork in the mid.
Raindrop saves lives. I wonder which will save more lives, Poor Man's Shield or Raindrops? In the career of Raindrops' time.
Oh, well, PMS has been around for a lot longer.
I know, that's what it says since Raindrops' time. So you have an equal timeline.
I would lean towards Raindrops just because of the amount of magical pop you'd normally go.
Yeah, likely.
We would need a stat to back up our guesstimations.
Damaged, total damage block reduced by Poor Man's Shield. That item's so valuable.
It'll be damage block when like 50 HP from death. That's what that's the stat you'd need. What caused the damage block?
Or stick. Or is stick the #1 life? It's probably Raindrops.
Well, it's hard to know about like stick or one. Because it you could be preemptive about it as well and give yourself more life and then just bait out an ability. I think that stat would be harder to pull.
Oh, first infest bomb of the game. Here we go.
Yep. Well, we'll see if Capitalist is right about this. This is what Vega needs. The panel was saying you need to have a lot of heavy momentum. Kill them all.
He's right on top of the shrine, though.
Yeah, they're going to force this. They're coming underneath the observer ward, so Paparazzi moves a little bit further away from the shrine up the hill, and look at the TPs! 3 on the way! SD Disruption will come in as well! Vega have committed in so deep for this! The double silence is out! The crush into the Eclipse! Nowhere for the lifesteal or run. He already uses Infest to be aggressive, and now gone TP out. Lucid Beam to cancel that one. 1 and 2 cores will go down. All God can do is waste a bit of time, but that is all. That went arse over tit pretty quickly. VG Gaming now 8-4 on the board, and their lead will start to extend.
That went what on the what? Is this the Australian saying?
Head over heels, arse over tit.
Okay. Have you heard this before, Lacoste? Well, VGC man, and they raise you their own 5-man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Gotta keep up, bro. Young 11 on the run. Afterlife. God, DJ Nora. He has to split. He had no other choice, but now, well, the Bane, I don't think he really wants to get involved in this. You've got SD arriving. Catcher is out. Have they got enough burn? All that wonderful negative armor not going to work. Afterlife, get some space. The Banishment is out. It's on the Bane. Meanwhile, on bottom, Lifestealer uses Infest to survive Fiend's Grip. Oh, perfectly done. Into the Purification. Young 11. He could have just used his ultimate to run away, but Fenrir was just a little bit too far out.
I mean, Fenrir couldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
Even if he had Max Soul Catcher right there, he wouldn't have been able to do anything. Maybe he thought he was 6, but they're a little bit under-leveled on the side of VG.
I just want to remind you, Ben, you've been online for a while. You should have a beverage. Stay hydrated.
Can't have those people dying in the LAN cafes, man.
Exactly. This is a public service announcement. In case anyone actually didn't even know what that thing was. It's a very China thing. Well, it's an only China thing.
It might be in some. I think it might have been in Korea too. I'm not exactly sure. But people have died playing too much Dota.
Yep.
Beware of your health.
Yep.
Young kids. And
if you haven't got your health, what have you got? Crush him before the rage comes up. While that amplification is over on the lifesteal, and no way to get out of this. Top lane was taken in the meantime by Vega. So they're adding as much pressure as they possibly can as a trade-off. And then VG bring that exorcism to bear on the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Fortification will slow down its effectiveness. And with that early duration, Ori won't have it for much longer. Hook shot gonna miss over on Fenrir. Vega really hunting as they put the tier 1 and tier 2 tower in mid. But VG don't want that fight. They send Ori towards the top lane. Heavy damage to that tier 2 tower. And God, he's getting aggressive. Moving towards the top lane. They want that Death Prophet down. No exorcism. No heavy amounts of physical damage for VG. No Brewmaster split. The only thing they've got is the Eclipse, and hey, that's what repels are for.
Yeah, they're perfectly okay over there, though. Rocket Flare scouted out DP, but now reinforcements are coming. Isn't
Took Vega too long to jump in.
isn't head over heels like normal?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be heels over heads? Like head over heels is what we are right now.
It's really tripping up your brain, isn't it?
Well, you know, I like to be grammatically correct and semantically correct. It's like I couldn't care less. Oh man.
Head over heels is just meant to be, it's an expression for a tumble.
I know. But you're already head over heels. It's just not really describing that much.
I'm literally describing you being vertical. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't make up the phrase, Ben. Like, if you wish to rewrite the English phrase book, like, sure.
Did you make up ass over whatever tit? Whatever it was?
I don't know the source of that. I've just known that ever since I was a kid, so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from. If I remembered where I remembered everything from, like, I would remember half of the stuff that I know. I can't source everything.
You're not making any sense.
I'm making perfect sense. Keep up, Ben!
Did you say if you remember everything that came, you would only remember half? What? What does that even mean? Or did you learn math, Toby?
Rocking up for a reveal. They're looking for the opportunity. Vici, they got a lot of heroes here. The hookshot won't connect, so Slayer has not delivered his parcel until now. Eclipse is out, and Slayer gets melted by it. The SD is going to be the revenge, but Lifestealer a long way away from the rest of his team. Storm has just jumped to the other side. Bane will fall as well, the young 11. The Broodmaster split caused the problem. 3 heroes down for Vega. Once more, a catastrophe of an engagement.
They got juked so hard by that smoke. They rocket flared, they saw 2 heroes, but there were 2 heroes that are smoked. And they're like, oh, this is great, there's only 2 of them, right? And then after they reveal and jump to Omni Knight, things go way south.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's really tough. They need to get the Shadow Demon in the Storm Jump. If they don't, then they waste a lot of mana. They waste it in Fest. They waste Rage, and probably the open wounds too.
Well, let's have a quick look at it again. So there's that initial jump. Hookshot misses, and the never-ending silence onto the Omni Knight. Just impossible to run away from. Same as Young 11. Well, maybe not. Invis room bottled up, so the impossible is the possible.
And this is what the panel was talking about, with like no actual great control in the team fights. Fiend's Grip is like, again, if you don't get the Shadow Demon, he's just going to disrupt all these single target abilities. Storm, Bane, and Lifestealer, and Clockwork actually are all like single target focused heroes.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, can they get there in time? No. God burns all of his mana to reach his tier 2 tower.
what the heck did he? What did he demonic purge? I heard it go off, but it wasn't on him.
No, it wasn't. Did he hit one of the illusion? He can't do his own illusion.
It has no travel time too, so that was weird.
Yeah. Maybe you got one of the neutrals that walked up.
I did not see.
Anyway.
I don't think I've seen that happen before.
It's like would you like us to call for a replay, Ben? A slow motion replay? If production was ready for it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he cast on the Storm Spirit. I just didn't think that you could dodge it because there's no travel time. Like if he zips out, it just doesn't cast.
So ball lightning is the dodge.
I mean, maybe I don't think you can cast it on invulnerable units.
Alright.
I haven't tried though. There's not that many units that you could cast it on that would be invulnerable though. Aside from Storm Ball, maybe Omni Slash too. I don't think you can cast it on. Well, he's not targetable. Anyways. Enough of that.
Yeah, let's move on to something else. Ori is getting
he's
massive.
really big.
He just got a Rod of Atos. We're now going to see Lifestealer side to be kited. Okay, here you go. Banish target. And
yeah,
he did. He actually purged him.
Yeah, but he dodged it. That's really weird. Because I heard the sound go off and the cooldown went off.
Yep.
Did not know that was possible.
Well, there you go, man.
TY for confirm. This Atos is going to be a pretty big problem because Storm Spirit He's going for Kaya next, which is, you know, pretty standard for Storm builds, but he's not going to have an Orchid, so he can't like zip on someone else and then Orchid the Shadow Demon. And he's also not going to have a self-dispel on the Silence. And keep in mind, they have a very long duration Silence and Death Prophet. That's 6 seconds. Well, right now, 5 seconds, but max is 6 seconds. And then they have the Aethos on top of that. And Repel, you can only repel, you know, so many people. You're likely going to have to dispel yourself.
The hunt, the hunt, the hunt. Who do they find? And God is gonna be the target that doesn't get initiated on.
Yeah.
Too many heroes missing from the lane. Paparazzi starts his pressure into mid. And, well, where's the target? Rod of Atos, Lucent. Amplify with that mist, and oh god, hook shot from Slayer, tries to cut the fight in half, able to do so by putting down those cogs, but the Lucent beams. Again, he has to take it for the team. GA will wear off in just a second, and this is now when all that physical damage moves forward, and the control from the Brew split. Another Rod of Atos charge. They're locking in Afterlife, send him up in the air, then drop it back down again. Goodbye, Omni Knight. And the rest of Vega have retreated to their tier 2 tower, open for attack because VG have taken the tier 1. They want the extra target. The Nightmare trying to dodge attacks. It won't happen.
I
They
really
get
like
slapped down.
This Brew pickup is owning. Like, they don't have enough control to lock it down. Even if they did, defensive disruption into a Brew split could do a lot for them, and it controls Omni Knight so well. He wants to stay back in the fight, he's going to get cycled. He wants to be in the fight, he's going to get stunned and focused down. And you can also dispel GA if you want. So there's... he doesn't need any items, too. That's the best part about Brew. Blink Dagger, you're good. Even without Blink Dagger, you'd probably still be good.
Yep. It's a wonderful day for Young 11, and he's actually going to go for more. He's got the Blink Dagger, but he's going for a Hand of Midas as his next item of choice. Maybe a little bit more pressure on the SD while he's going for this to ensure you get that save, but Fenrir is being in the right place at the right time. Now Paparazzi also has the extra range to play with that Dragon Lance being completed. And Lifestealer, well, I suppose at least he's got some damage now. He's got himself a Desolator.
Yeah, once the Pike completes on Paparazzi, though, it's going to be a really big problem. Again, all the single target against 4-stab defensive disruption.
How fast are they?
Tough. They know what's up.
They're both scanning. And it pinged for VG Gaming. They know what's going on. They understand that they're near the pit. Observers and sentries down. The first illusions are being sent for. The Cogs create space. Roshan dropping low. Ori, they're going to run a Vatos and kill off the Bane. Hookshot forward from Slayer, trying to create some space. So Roshan has gone down. God has the Aegis Immortal. But how many teammates get out of this one alive? You get Roshan, you get the Aegis, but it won't help you if you've got no teammates to actually fight with.
They were probably given a little bit of the heads up by the Solar Crest build on the Omni Knight.
Vici's coming high ground. So
Yeah.
Vega Squadron of the Aegis Immortal, but Paparazzi is more than ready to fight because it's not just Paparazzi. It's Paparazzi, and then probably another 2 Paparazzis later on with Ori, Young 11.
3 Papas.
5 Papas. He's like a literal Paparazzi. They just keep coming out of the woodwork. I don't understand how that many cameras were actually created in the universe. Now you got the ultimate out. Exorcism doing the work. Fiend Script as well. They need to break him free. Brewmaster clap split in. The Omni actually will get the kill. Guardian Angel being burned from Vega. They've got the Nightmare moment over on Luna, taken off by one of the Storm Brewlings, trying to back up even further. The mist is out, but they don't have the life. Now it's gone with the double kill. Brewmaster going to come back to his normal self. Slayer, he can't escape out of this one, but can Brewmaster blink into the trees? No mana for a TP. He's hiding in the fog of war. Vega don't know. A remnant from God would reveal him, but he doesn't know to do it. He thinks Young 11 is out, home and hosed. Instead, they might go back, defend the base. There's a tier 1 tower in mid lane to be brought down because VG Gaming, that momentum in mid lane has to be quelled. A tier 1 tower will help with that for Vega. There's the tier 3 tower lost in mid. That's the real open wound of Vega.
You mentioned how Fenrir had been at the right place at the right time. That time he was not, because there was a cog from the Clockwork that isolated the Death Prophet, and on top of that they actually pulled them really far into the base because they don't want the Shadow Demon to disrupt them. Disruption would have been maybe not fight winning, but they wouldn't have lost so many heroes. Probably wouldn't have lost to Luna there because of that. And Storm got about 2,000 gold from that. He had a Kaya before, now he's like halfway to his Orchid. It's gonna be a big problem because we see Fenrir going for the Glimmer Cape too. So
Are they going to try and kill whoever defends the top lane?
That's what it looks like. They're already poised there. But it's a little tough because they have Luna illusions just pushing out. Very smart play
Got
from
the
Vici.
observer ward inside the base. And yeah, more Luna illusions being sent.
They know exactly what's up. They can read that like a book. And G will be revealed with these illusions, and the jig is up.
Yeah. Question is, does VG Gaming want to push into this, knowing now that Vega are... No, they're not. In fact, they go all the way back inside their own base. And maybe start having a conversation about where they had vision.
Looks like... Ooh, they didn't kill that one inside the base.
No, they sentryed behind, like between their tier 2, tier 3 tower. Gem of True Sight's also been picked up on the Bane.
Yeah, who's
something to keep in mind.
Looks like Omni Knight's gonna... no?
Omni? Storm would probably make more sense, right?
Yeah, but he also might die the next fight too, because I think they're very unlikely to take a fight while the H is still up. So yeah, what, like, maybe like a minute and a half left on that?
Like, give it to Storm. There's no, like we're not looking at Shadowblade heroes. We're not looking at anyone who actually hides in vids that the Storm needs to be able to see.
Yeah, but then why would they buy the gem? Is it the ward? There's actually no ward on our side of the map. I guess they don't know that.
No.
But at the same time, it is very risky. This is a risky play because Bane is just dirt poor. Look at his net worth. It's 1,500. You'd get more from passive gold at this point in the game.
He has definitely taken it for the team. No doubt about that. But I think Storm's the only one who can easily see up on high ground by throwing down a Remnant.
Yep.
Everyone else just can't get that level of vision. Unless they commit Albus to it, which is not really what they want to be able to do. That head-to-head matchup, Aloha Dance versus Paparazzi. Right now, Paparazzi is definitely getting the better end of this stick. But
and he has a lot of tools to buff him up. He has the Shadow Demon offensive ability with Soul Catcher, he has illusions, and he has amplify damage. There's a ton of ways to actually like boost him up in the right click aspect. Whereas on the side of Vega, you don't really have anything amping up his damage. He has to do all the damage himself. I mean, I guess G can like pull him into place, but it doesn't actually amplify his damage.
Oh, while we're in this, Paparazzi just easily melts through the towers on the top lane. Rest of Vega is forced to TP back.
Next Roche is going to be a really big deal. I think if Vici get Roche, they can easily take that Rax. That lane is so much easier to push once that T3 is down because you have all the glaives bouncing around. And at the same time, Storm is getting to that point where he is going to be a problem. He has 17 Bloodstone charges. He's going to have BKB pretty soon too. And if he gets the next Aegis, he can just go something even more offensive like Bloodstone.
So then VG doesn't have the lockdown control on him anymore.
Yeah, and he can always find the Shadow Demon with that amount of mana. So let's see. Aegis already expired. Double damage for Storm. That's a nice blessing for him.
Yeah, brings that physical damage for the quick pick you're talking about. Jump in, pop off the SD, and then move onto target 2.
Yep. I mean, the gem is really good versus the Glimmer Cape, I suppose.
Well, hello Sentry, and goodbye Observer Ward. Mid lane again, Vega, that's where they're setting up. Fenrir. This time he's in the right place, just... Okay, well, he was just out of vision, and then Vega pinged him. Shows the fact how quickly that ping comes out, that Vega, their eyes are scanning so hard looking for that SD. Without knowing his position, they don't want to take the fight. But right now, they definitely want to fight. Line up, blink, crush forward. Gets elusive beam, follow-up silence, and... Well, Zach is just left to die.
If they can get wards out in this area, I think it'd be worth it, but otherwise...
they're actually going to get another? Drunken Haze, Slayer trying to get out of here. Hook shot won't be able to connect. Oh boy, that damage comes thick and fast from VG. Not only will they take the 2 kills, they'll take that top shrine.
Uh-oh.
Paparazzi will cut the creep wave.
Setting up for Roche, man. This is... It's going to be very difficult for Vega to take the mid game without this Roche.
Well, Roshan's still down for now.
Yeah, but they've set themselves up, right? They have that... they already have that Observer Ward down there. They have the Shrine taken down, so there's no, like, you know, instant respawn from Storm to the Roche. He's going to have to expend a buyback if he dies in that fight. I think it's all about this next Roshan.
Seems very easy, too, for VG to keep that pressure up on both top and mid lane, even while they wait for Roshan. You just send illusion after illusion, be it Manta or Disruption. Mid lane as well as top lane will remain pressured.
I think the majority of the reason is because like Vega don't have their heroes can't push out lanes very well. It's just a Storm Spirit, and if Storm Spirit is showing, that means they can't really gank at all because the Lifestealer, his only kill utility vehicle is going to be in the Storm Spirit.
Yep.
For Clockwork, it's not good enough.
Oh, here comes God. Jump in. Looking for his target. Doesn't get it though because SD Disruption stops it up, and then with the clap, oh, that damage. So quick and fast. Now they're going to look for another one. Nice 4-star down from Afterlife. Gives himself some space, but he's got the mist on him, and this is impossible to escape from. Young 11 gets the double kill onto the broom with the Brewmaster. No live stealer for 44 seconds. Exorcism is up. So Vici Gaming, if they want to, they can keep the pressure going. Attack through the tier 2 tower, rotate mid, or just keep pressuring through bottom.
I think it's safer for them to just back off and play around Roche. You lose this fight, you lose Roche. You're in for a really tough mid game. I think it'd be way safer for them to just back off after this.
Get control of the lanes first, then do Roshan.
I mean, the Shrine's still not down too, and then they can just take the Shrine. Otherwise, it could be a very difficult fight, but...
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that TP out. Is he actually going to TP out at the exact same time as Roshan spawns? Thought that timer. Okay, it's 150.
Maybe they can sweep mid, I suppose.
Oh, they're coming in. They're just going in.
Oh man.
VG confidence right now. They got every ultimate apart from Eclipse available. The Crush doesn't hit its target. It was Lifesteal looking for the moment. God jumps forward. Rod of Atos controls him up. Clap. Damn, that's a lot of damage under him. And the Brewmaster split. Looking to create chaos. Slayer being ripped apart by Exorcism. They get the Ursa drop. Is there a follow-up? Silence with the clap. And they do it!
God.
The Storm Spirit will die. God went in so deep and is punished for it. They get the Rod of Atos. A quick rage out. But Afterlife, the Guardian Angel, keeping them alive in the onslaught of physical damage coming from both Glades as well as Spirits. And VG Gaming, they just took the racks. 30 minutes in, they'll get the full bottom lane of racks.
G had to have enough money for BKB that fight.
God.
He can't go in without BKB. He got Yules and then just silence, and he just dies. He doesn't have a way to get out of silence right now. And he can't kill the Shadow Demon because of the Yules. So that's a really big problem. He needed the BKB, like really badly. Sell your stick, sell your TP scroll, sell your bottle for your BKB at that point.
Oh, he didn't do it. And now he's down to 11 Bloodstone charges. Trying to repair the damage into mid. While the rest of Vega, they move over to try and contest Roshan. He'll spawn up in a couple of seconds.
Yeah. Maybe they can take this without the Exorcism, but I mean, they're really deep in the hole right now.
No Exorcism, no Brewmaster split, but I don't know, with so many illusions that can scout you, it's too easy for VG Gaming to add pressure, which is non-lethal to their cause.
I think the effect of the Omni Knight hasn't really been seen too. A lot of it because of the Brew. He's just been cycloning the Omni Knight constantly, but normally you'd rely on Repel there on the stun to eliminate their backline and then kill their cores. But
oh, here goes Vega. They're jumping in. They're looking for their target. Quick push out. The Eclipse is going off at the moment, but they don't have that right target to connect onto, and now the physical damage. It rolls through them. 60 seconds without a live stealer. You can make it 60 without the Omni Knight. The only difference is one of them has buyback. Oh, the Glaives! It bounces onto him! And Paparazzi will get the triple kill. Oh. Right now, there's a lot of fertilizer coming out of the Vega side because these fights are just shit. And you can say goodbye to Roshan.
just like your analogy.
Aegis and cheese. Hey, I'm never meant to be good at him. That's not what I'm known for.
I actually can't believe they got slaughtered so hard in that bottom fight.
Yeah. But you're right about, like, what seemed to go wrong was just the fact that God got perfectly controlled. He put himself in the middle of VG, and there was no one else from Vega coming with him. And now, like, in this position when Paparazzi is so strong, like, he's got himself a double damage room. These towers don't stand a chance. You want to come forward, but by doing so, all you're doing is sealing your fate. God goes into the back line, looking for the target. He can still see him, even with Gem and True side he's got, but they don't have the damage. Ori is in this one-on-one fight with God. He'll end up falling. This is the game. They've lost way too much. VG Gaming have taken absolutely everything, and they take it so fast with the Glaive Bounce, with the Exorcism. Game 1 is done. VG Gaming looking really solid with their draft, really solid with their execution. And Vega Squadron, it didn't seem that bad in the laning phase, but it escalated very quickly.
Yeah, their team fight was not very good. Omni Knight got countered by Brew, so they just take both of those out of the picture, and then you have 4 good team fighting heroes versus, you know, Bane and other crew members. I'm sure Lacoste is super happy that Bane lost. But as you can see, like, Shadow Demon just seems more flexible as the first pick.
Well, you make it sound like our panel is a bunch of evil people just looking for Bane to lose. And that's